Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well. The tavern is now open, and boy, do we got some fun to do tonight. We are going to be making characters from one of my favorite shows of all time, Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, I love Avatar. I do. From beginning to end, the original show is amazing. Legend of Korra is anyway. I don't hate the Legend of Korra. Let me make this clear. I don't. I enjoy the Legend of Korra, but it definitely feels like a downgrade compared to the original Avatar: The Last Airbender. Anyway, point is, I the two things I love is being able to make characters you like in Dungeons and Dragons and Avatar: The Last Airbender. So tonight we're going to do just that. We are going to be making the gang, or Team Avatar, if you will, which consists of Suki, Sokka, Zuko, Aang, Katara, and Toph. Now, making these characters in D&D isn't all too hard. It really isn't. Because I'm going to be honest, I love these characters, but they fit D&D way too easily. So, we're going to take some liberties. I'm not going to make them all human. I am not going to have any of them share the same class. In fact, I'm not even going to have any of them share the same race. That's right, Sokka and Katara are both going to be their own individual races. Of course, this is just to make it a bit more challenging and less boring. Because if you want to run these characters as humans, go for it. Sokka would be a human fighter. Suki would be a human monk with Kensai monk specifically. Then you got. I could go on and on, but I'm not going to just stick a monk on every character. That's not how this is going to roll. So, let us start with Aang, because Aang, I am going to make the most bare bones, but as we go, I'm going to have to start being more and more clever with everything. And I have a rough idea on how I want to build Aang. Because Aang, as we all know, is the Avatar. So, have to give him the monk, and we're going to make him level 10. What is he good at, though? So, throughout the entire show, Aang is a bunch of things. Reckless being one of them. But he shows skills in a bunch of different things. Acrobatics being one of them. He's not much of a history person because history lives through him. And I wouldn't say he's very... Well, he's not as insightful as Iroh, so... I'd say we give him acrobatics and insight. Because, here's the thing. Aang brings people together, well, whether he likes to or not, and that's kind of his thing. He's fun and a tragic character. Let's be honest with ourselves. But effectively, Aang is our main man for the entirety of the show, and I'm going to leave him at level 3 for now, just because we'll get to his more outlandish traits later on. Now, what is he good at? He doesn't really have an instrument. Well, Why do I remember him playing a pan flute? Did he play a pan flute? Hold on. Let's check this out. Because why do I remember him? No, he didn't. I don't think Aang actually had an instrument or any. Huh. I would say maybe cooking supplies, but that's about it. He didn't cook all too much, but also, hey, later on we can give him survival. But yeah, and obviously we're giving him away the 4 elements because he needs to have he needs to have his basics, right? Alright, so let's see. Fist of Unbroken Air, and since water is his secondary go-to, we'll give him Water Whip. And let's make him... Come on. Let's make him level 4, just for the fun of it. Truth is, I'm not actually sure how I would play Aang, because Aang is very much a pacifist character. Doesn't like to fight, definitely doesn't like to kill. But I do want to give him the... Actually, You know what? We'll come back to his feet, because I want to see what we give him as his background. His background, he was a monk, so my mind goes to a cloistered scholar of some sort, but he's not actually that smart. With wisdom over brains, obviously, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting just to... We could make him a sage. Sage makes sense, but history and arcana are not his things. He's not a master of magic, at least, especially at the beginning. He doesn't start off as knowing what he wants to be. He knows his destiny and all that, but so let's go with Inheritor, maybe? Inheritor is actually a really fun one. Where, yeah, because he's very good at surviving on his own. And we give him religion. What would we give him as... Well, he loves games, so I would assume he knows how to play chess or something. So let's give him chess. Dragon chess. Now, there are plenty of ways we could make him do everything he needs to do, but, you know, I feel like he would know sign language from his stuff. Now, what race to make him? Because Aang, although he is human, he's very connected with everything. And don't get me wrong, I could very easily pick human here, and I might just do that. But I don't know, because Aang throughout the show has more of a whimsy to him than your stereotypical human. He has all of this growing up to do in so little time, and he's known for being effectively very powerful with what he does. So because he's connected to the spirit world, part of me wants to go into where are they? The Kalish Star. Because Kalishtar are basically humans, but they also commune with spirits from different planes. And so it kind of plays into the aspect of him being one of many in the generation of Avatar. So yeah, I think we'd make Aang a Kalishtar because he's got all of the avatars living within him. Now, what language to give him, it doesn't truly matter. It's whatever you think, but I would say Celestial due to the fact that he can commune with the spirits. He can commune with everyone. I don't know. It seems right up on his... right up to his level. So, what feat do we give him? Let's see. I could give him one of my favorite feats, which actually, now that I think about it, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, I love this game. And one of my favorite feats to take on almost any character, especially any melee character, is, God damn. Where is it? It's not Savage Attack. I'm blanking on... It's not Fighter Initiate. This is the one that lets you take a fighting style, I think. It's the... Yeah. I honestly have no idea. Why am I blanking on the name of this one? It's not Skill Expert, it's not Telekinetic, it's... It would be... God damn it, I forget what it's called. Martial Adept. That's what it's called. The maneuvers. Because that way he can maneuver around the battlefield as he needs. And then we get some of his most fun abilities, which are Bait and Switch, where he swaps in and out of melee combat with someone. Remember when he's back-to-back with Zuko and just trying to dodge him continuously? Exactly that. And evasive footwork, like when he fights Toph, and in fact, Toph usually gets the upper hand on him, but he's light on his feet, so makes it a bit harder to catch up to him. So yeah, he's the inheritor of the air nomads and so on. Alrighty, and then we can obviously do the basics. Actually, I wouldn't say he's very charismatic. Well, he's not that charismatic. He's got high wisdom, high dex. He's pretty charismatic. Not so smart. He's durable as all fuck. That dude got hit by a lightning bolt and managed to survive without a single problem. Well, except he lost his ability to enter the Avatar state. But I also wouldn't give him brute strength being his, you know, kind of shtick. Alright, so he wouldn't have any of that. He might have an Explorer's Pack. Tattoo, because he's got his arrow tattoo almost identical. And yeah, there we go. We got Aang. You know what? I'm going to download an image of him and put it here. So, again, you do not have to build Aang this way. In fact, I probably would recommend the human build, but yeah, this is how I would build Aang. master, because as he levels, you'll get more and more elements to stick into your, you know, stuff, all the way up to 10, where you get, yeah, another one of these, and you can take basically whatever you want. If you think Shape of the Flowing River is your cup of tea, do it. He can take any element. Alrighty. We got the easy one out of the way first. This is absolutely my opinion on how to build Aang. And just go pure monk. You do not need anything else for him. If you want to mix in like fighter or something, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. Alrighty. Next up. Next up is going to be... You know what? Kind of want to put it to a vote, but... Don't think... Hold on. There we go. Let's put it to a vote. Who do you guys want to see me do next out of the gang? Let's see. Poll. Question. Who next? Katara, Toph, Zuko, Sokka, Suki. Alrighty. And start poll. Anyway. So, if you guys are wondering, one of my favorite episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this is just one of my favorite, like, episodes in a show in general, is the one where Aang first learns firebending and actually hurts Katara. Like, because it is 100%. It is 100% his own fault for doing that. And don't get me wrong, like, he didn't listen to his master, he didn't heed the warnings, but it shows that I wanted to see if you make Sokka strength-based or dex-based. Oh, I have ideas for Sokka. Sokka is amazing. Alrighty. Sokka's up next. So, let's get our boy here. Sokka is a... let me finish my story. I love the episode because it actually shows the dangers of bending. Oh, did I accidentally spell his name wrong? My apologies. Anyway. And because of that, it shows the importance of controlling your own bending in the world. Like, Katara could accidentally drown Sokka one day, or something along those lines could happen. And we don't get to see much of that. We don't see many kids earthbending, and all the people we see earthbending or like waterbending or any of that. All the people we see do it are either trained, they're doing it off on their own, or, you know, basically there are consequences. And we need an episode to show that. And Aang accidentally hurting Katara was the best way to show that. It's honestly sad, but, you know. What are you going to do? I don't know, but I think the way they showed it was spot on. Anyway, let's start going. So Sokka is a very interesting character because he has a ton of weaponry, from boomerangs to swords to, you know, he the character is insane. He's a lot of fun too because he's also kind of a dimwit. He's not the smartest, but he brings people together as well. Um, there's a theory I really like about Sokka where if Aang had actually passed away during the invasion of uh, the air nomads, effectively Sokka would have become the next Avatar he because he's the one who brings together the most people. Even though it's seen as Aang doing it, it's Sokka. Just like how Neville is the reason Harry Potter is the chosen one. It's a whole thing. But no, I'm not making Sokka a ranger. Let's make him a rogue. Because this dude is skilled out the ass. Performance, uh, deception. He's not very acrobatic. Stealth and sleight of. He's not really a pickpocket. Never really pickpockets. Investigation. And he's really good at performance and investigation. So we'll give it to him there. We're going to bump him up to 3rd level to get his subclass, his roguish archetype. And I think we're going to make him a mastermind rogue. This is the one that, yeah, he can use the help action as a bonus action. And he can help from long distances, which is very much in flavor with Sokka. Or Sokka, as my mom calls him. Excuse me, everyone. My acid reflux is not behaving today. What he has as his second language, again, doesn't really matter. Third language. You can give him whatever you want. And his game would be dice. Because I believe there is an episode where they go to a dice house and he actually plays. But anyway. 4th level, what feat do we give him? Do we give him skilled? No. Yeah, you know what? Let's give him skilled, because I don't think I'm going to make him human. I would give him prodigy, but I would rather give him skilled. Or skill expert. Yeah, skill expert, so he gets an extra expertise. What else does he know? He is perceptive. And we'll give him perception as his mastery, because I don't actually. No, I'm gonna give him deception because it's kind of dorky when it comes to. Anyway, So I'm going with that for now. I'm not sold on that, but you know. So he grew up in the Water Tribe as like a hunter and gatherer, so a tribe member. But this is like a barbarian tribe in Faerun, so maybe not. Let's do I don't actually... Oh. You know what? Yeah. He is a celebrity adventurer Cylon. Your family name strikes fear because his father was this legendary warrior. He was a great man, a great warrior to the Water Tribe, and he is always trying to be in his father's shadow because he doesn't know where else to be, at least not for himself. So, as for everything else, I will give him survival. I will also give him history because he knows the history and he knows combat things. And then now I want to say leatherworking because he's also the one that mends all the clothing. So this dude is amazing at mending shit. And again, once again, you can give him whatever you want in the races or sorry, in the languages you know. Alrighty. Now it comes down to what race do we make him? Well, human is very basic, but I want it to make sense how he's related to his sister since I can't use the same race twice. So here's what I'm going to do. Where is my half-elf? Hold on. There they are. Half aquatic elf. Because why the fuck not? They come from the Water Tribe. They are known for water stuff, aquatic heritage, so he probably knows how to swim better than most people. We'll give him a dex score and a strength score because he is a very physically built young man. Again, whatever you want on the languages. And let's go stats. So I'm going to give him a 14 in strength and a 15 in dex. And then 13 here. I'm going to be honest. I am very tempted to give him an 8 con, but I think this is more. Actually, wait a minute. No. He's smarter than he is wise. I think this is the accurate build for Sokka. And as for his weapon, of course he gets his meteor sword. I'm actually going to replace this with a with his boomerang. So we don't need it. So yeah, essentially this is my version of Sokka. Aquatic elf, rogue, and very interesting. Thank you for the sub, Amber. Thank you so much for the sub. I hope you're doing better, and I hope all is well. Anyway. So yeah, and it even has Sokka's own sneak attack! Where he runs at you with his dagger out and screaming. I feel like there is no other way to build Sokka. I'm going to be honest. Because he's as charismatic as he is strong, but he's as much an idiot as anyone else. Snake attack! Yeah. But yeah, so this is my Sokka build. And if anyone wants these, feel free to ask me, because I think these are fun. And if you ever want to play these characters, you can. They they exist to be made. And hold on, let me go get Sokka's picture. Oh right, I also forgot I need to give him his boomerang. Because, you know, it's not Sokka without it. Although, I will say that short sword seems kind of weak. Let's give him a long sword. And we'll make it a special long sword. Let's give him a long sword of warning. Let's say that's what the magic in his meteor sword is. And there you go. Thank you for the full health check. Stretch. Hydrate. Stop my shrimping. And yeah. Listen, rogues can be very powerful, and Sokka is definitely a rogue because he is a man of many talents. Could have made him a bard, but he doesn't really sing. Anyway. Alrighty. This is a good amount of fun. So, alright, I never grabbed Sokka's picture, did I? Hold on. No, it's not there. Change appearance, change portrait, choose. No, I didn't. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting fucking text messages. And it's a pain in the ass. Oh, yeah, no. This is absolutely going to be our Sokka image. Alrighty. Here, let's go in here so you get to see it better, but... Oh, come on. Here. There we go. Alright. How do I save this? Oh, there. Alrighty. And there we go. We got Sokka, our mastermind rogue. Sokka's an idiot. Let's be honest. We love him, but he's an idiot. And yeah, I would say this is how I would play him. Alrighty. Who's up next? I'll put up a poll. Do we want Suki, Zuko, Toph, or Katara? So in the meantime, my favorite character in this show has always been Zuko, and I'm going to tell you this outright. Zuko is a fucking badass, and he deserves all the love because he knows that change takes time, and even when you think you make the right decision, it might not be actually the right decision. I don't know. It's just kind of sad. Sad? Is it sad? Yeah, it is. he even lost his girlfriend at one point because of it. And luckily she took him back, but, you know. We hope our best for our flame boy. And the fact that he showed up in Korra means he lived a long and prosperous life. Whether it was happy after finding out what happened to his mother, that's a different story. But we're not going to get into that. Alrighty. Yeah, that's rough, buddy. So next up, by popular demand, is Toph. Because it rhymes with tough. Alright. So there are two ways we could build this character. And I really want to do something funny. I don't want to make her a spellcaster. So how would we do this? I wouldn't say she's a barbarian. She's definitely not a cleric. I could argue she's a druid. She's absolutely a druid. This is going to be interesting. You guys are going to like this. So, animal handling because of her training with the moles, and perception. Let's give her perception. She's perceptive because of her echolocation. There's not a lot of earth-based powers like I think most are in the Book of Elemental Evil. I am about to prove you wrong. Alrighty. We are doing Circle of the Land Mountain. The Circle of the Land is made up of mystic sages, and yeah. The reason we're doing this is because we want these. I believe this is the right one. Let's see. Where's mountain? Spider climb, spike growth, light... Yeah. Meld to stone, stone shape, stone skin, pass wall, wall of stone. There is nothing else that she needs. But as she's not going to be super strong, baseline. She's going to need a feat or two to actually get herself up there, if you will. So let's give her, you know what? Yeah. I would argue... Hey. Come on. There we go. Ah, there's Mold Earth. So Mold Earth is takeable. Yeah, let's take that. So she has Mold Earth to start. We're going to give her feet, and we're going to give her Fighting Initiate. I said Fighting Initiate. Thank you. And we're going to give her Blind Fighting. Because she is a blind fighter. She will and can kick your ass without even seeing you. You cannot argue. She is noble born, so we have to make her a noble. What skills would she know? Cobbler's tools. As if. Basically, you can put whatever you want here. Insight, because she can tell when you're lying. Intent. What is that word, Leo? Intimidation? Intimidation. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, we can give her intimidation. Hell yeah. Wait. Oh, hold on. We picked the wrong noble. 2014 noble. Thank you. Nah. Her gaming set would be bolds, I guess. So, essentially, here we go. What race do we make Toph? She is the shortest, so I could argue that she'd be a dwarf or a gnome. She is Earth Kingdom anyway. We could make her a Genasi. I didn't want to just, keep shoving Genasi in here because I'm saving that for someone in particular. There is a rock gnome. You are absolutely correct. There is a rock gnome we could use. So maybe that's the way to go. Toph is a rock gnome. Your intelligence score increases by 2, and your constitution by 1. But these are like tinkerers, and they're artificers. I don't think that's the type of person she is. We could also do a stout halfling. You have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you're resistant to poison damage. Well, let's keep looking, because I'm sure there's something that fits better. I could see her being a mountain dwarf, especially with how she's raised. I'm tempted. We don't want to give her deep gnome. We're not going half elf, because half elf is taken. I don't actually know what to... Gonna be honest, Goblin is looking very, very, very tempting. Oh, God. A Goblin that... Why is Goblin so tempting? Because Goblin has not stout nimbleness, Fury of the Small, where they do extra damage against foes that are bigger than them. You know what? Toph is a blind goblin. Please, somebody clip this. Toph is a blind goblin. You cannot tell me otherwise. I love Toph. Toph is a blind goblin. Her anger, her rage, her not wanting to, her being a rebel, it's all reading Goblin. And I am going to make this bitch a goblin, and you can't do anything to stop me. Oh, God. So, I don't think it's within question that these are her main stats. She's not super dexterous, so her armor is going to be lacking. Her con is going to be decent. She's not really good with people, but she is decently smart. I am going to stick 2 points into strength because fuck yeah. Actually, no, I only need 1 point into strength. Let's give her wisdom +2. And then she gives, and then she has +1 to strength. So, here's our Toph. Don't need any of this because, oh, right. There is one more thing we do need to do. We need to level her up to 8 because she requires one other feat to actually be good. Tavern Brawler. Because she needs to get those unarmed strikes with D4 damage. And we get to increase her con score. But yeah, this is what I would say Toph looks like as a D&D character. Now, whether you agree with me or not, that's up to you. I understand the feeling to make them perfect, and it's like, oh, but she's actually a human. And it's like, yeah, but that's no fun. What's the fun in that? Like, this is a fantasy game. Let's have, let's pretend like it is a fantasy. Let's see. Why is there so much AI art of Toph? You know what? Don't hate this. It's technically Toph. Oh, come on. That's right. I'm gonna need to crop this. Hold on. Give me a second. Let no one ever say that I do not credit artists, because this is not my art, but I found some really good fan art of her. Because she is Noodle. Toph Beifong is Noodle. Anyway. So, I'm also going to... I plan on this stream, once we're done making all the characters, if we still have time left over, which we will, I'm going to try and make them my version of all of them in Hero Forge. I am going to do this. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be awesome. Anyway. Who's next? Let's see. We have Zuko, Suki, and Katara. Alright. Alrighty. It's up to you guys. Suki, Katara, Zuko. Feel free to vote. It's whoever you want it to be. I have ideas for all of them. I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do for Zuko. I'm going to be honest, which makes it all the more fun. Suki is definitely a good choice. She actually is going to be the only human I use. I'm going to be honest. I am going to use human to make Suki and just leave it at that. Mostly because I think it's cool for her character. Alrighty. Suki's up next. Suki, I'm going to be honest, is probably going to be the most boring one. Because I know exactly what she needs. I know exactly what to work with. I know... And I don't hate her for it. She's just kind of dull. How's it going, Darina? Hope you're doing well, King. We are making the Avatar The Last Airbender crew in D&D. And these are actually playable characters, so... Oh, I'm sorry. What happened yesterday? You doing okay? So, Suki is a fighter. There is no argument here. Say what you want, Suki's a fighter. I'm glad you're doing okay. She is acrobatic and intimidating. She is. Of course you get a hug. And of course I will stretch. Ow. Did you really just hit me with some water? Ow. And posture check. Nah, you're good. You're good. Alrighty. So, Suki is a 2-weapon fighter since she uses double fans. She has the martial archetype champion. That is just her in general. She is a champion. She is... I hate to say this is going to be the most boring character because we all know who Suki is and she's not even a bender. Kin is doing pretty damn well. She's gotten herself into therapy and she's doing well. Let's see, what are we taking as... I feel like we should give her the slasher feat because those knives of hers that look like fans do some damage. Increase your strength and dexterity. We're increasing dex because she's a dexterity fighter. Let's see here. What background do we use for it? God. My fucking hiccups. Ah, God, I can't stop hiccuping. It's the worst. She's not a sage. She's not a sailor. She's not a scribe. She is She's a soldier. Let's be honest. She's a soldier. She's fucking muscle mommy throughout all of the Avatar The Last Airbender. And we love her for it. She is persuasive. I have to give her persuasion. And I feel like she'd be good at darts. So, God. Wrong soldier background. God damn it. Anyway. So, she is the head of the Kyoshi Warriors, after all. So, she is a soldier, by definition. And yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think we're giving her Variant Human. Because Variant Human is one of the strongest races in D&D for no goddamn reason. But we love it all the same. Charisma. And then she also gets her persuasion. Alrighty. Now, what feat are we giving her? She's using daggers. Oh, dual wielder. Without a doubt, dual wielder. And then we give her dex. So, with that in mind, guys, we're giving her 13 in strength, 15 in dex, 14 in constitution. Actually, no. 12 in constitution, 14 in charisma, 10 in wisdom. No. 8 in wisdom, 10 in intelligence. This is not fully accurate, but it resembles the character enough, and you're flavoring your daggers as fans. Remember that. So, let's see. Instead of, well, actually, hold on. Are there war fans? No. No, there are not. Alright. So, let's not worry about this. We'll just give her the daggers because it's easier. Or we could just call them hand axes. So, yeah. Dagger. And there we go. We have our Suki. Now, let's go get a picture for her. You know what? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm good with this one. It's from the Fire Nation Beach episode. Because she looks good in it. Actually, hold on. I can't not do it. I can't not do her traditional look. Her traditional look is beautiful. And I am still going to give credit to the person who drew it. Which is 14 Bis, I think is how you pronounce their name. But it'll be right there in the bottom. I am not cropping out any of the fan art I am using. I'm not cropping out the names of the authors because they deserve all the credit in their work. So, yeah. Anyway. Suki, I'm sorry, Suki, you are the most boring character. You are a champion fighter who dual wields fucking daggers. And you are a dex fighter at that. You're big, intimidating, kind of scary, but people love you. They can either be hand axes or daggers. It does not matter. In fact, you can give her both. If she was to have a magic item, why do I feel like a wind fan is a thing? Yeah, that's without question. Anyway. Where's my little dude? There he is. Alrighty. Sorry, Suki, we love you, but you're boring. We do love her. Alright. Next up, it's either Zuko or Katara. You guys get to choose. Feel free to pick who you want. I'm going to make both of them either way, and then we're going to make my versions of them on Hero Forge, or at least do our best to. I think that's going to be fun. I think that would be fun. Either way. these characters mean a lot to me because they were my first forte into real animation storytelling. Before I had Ed, Edd and Eddy, Life as a Teenage Robot, Teen Titans, you know. But Avatar was the first real one I got invested in, and so much so that my mom got invested in it too. And we love Atla. Oh, no one voted. Oh, well. So I think I'm going to go with Zuko next. Because I feel like Zuko is going to be the I think Katara is going to be the most fun of the two. So I wanted to save Katara for last. But let's get Zuko in here. Zuko, I feel, is kind of obvious where I'm going to go with this. Zuko is a flame sorcerer. Like, I don't... If Phoenix Sorcerer was a thing, still, he would obviously be a Phoenix Sorcerer. Like, it's not even a question. But they're not. So we have to do the next best thing. He is a red draconic sorcerer. And we are flavoring his scar as his draconic form. He is skilled in intimidation and probably deception. We don't really need to do spells because you could run any spell you want on him, but you know it'd be mostly fire spells. We all know how he would play, and we all love it. Anyway. He would be a criminal because he's run out of his own home. Not that kind of criminal. Criminal spy, yeah. That's more like it. And he's dramatic as all fuck, so of course we have to give him performance. This firebending asshole is a love letter to so many characters. Now, I'm going to go very off base with this character. I am kind of doing it on purpose due to the fact that, you know, I can't use human because I already used it on Suki. So, you know what? I know what we're going to make him. We're going to make him a shifter. Shifters are very interesting because they are people who change. And just like Zuko does throughout the entire show. He changes to become a better person. Now, of course, we're going to use our own way of flavoring it. But let's see here. Ooh, Swift Stride might be the one to... No creature within 30 feet of you can make an attack roll with advantage against you. Oh no, Wild Hunt. Wild Hunt, absolutely. So, Zuko the Wild Hunt Shifter. This is going to be, something. Let's give him increased constitution and increased strength. Nah, charisma. Charisma is his casting stat. We need it to be high. And then we do standard array. This man is charismatic as fuck. He's not super wise. He's pretty intelligent, though. He could take one hell of a beating, and you know what? I'm actually going to make his dump stat dex. Now, if you actually want to play this character long term, do not do this. I promise you this is a terrible idea. But this is how I would build Zuko. He's not very dexterous. He's pretty strong. He can take one hell of a beating. And yeah, so this is how I'd make him. Which is the entire point. We love our Avatar characters, and we love our Zuko. I don't really need to fill this out because you guys can come up with exactly what you want for your character. But if you want to play Zuko, this is how I'd make him. Let's give him a feat because we gave everyone else a feat. What are we giving him a feat in? Oh, he also gets meta magic, which would probably be empowered spell knowing him. Or, wait, hold on. Oh no, that's right. And probably quicken spell. And for his feat, we're going to give him probably what would be good against a monk? Skill expert? No, Warcaster. Yeah, he's definitely a Warcaster. Fucking Zuko is so pissed off that all he thinks about is fucking fighting. So yeah, he's a Warcaster. Let's see. Let's go find a good Zuko picture. You know what? I'm not again. Oh. I have to use this one. I absolutely have to. And it's official artwork, so... Yeah, t-shirt off Zuko. As a shifter sorcerer. God, I love him. Alright. And we only have one more to go. But I still want to continue talking about this. Because these characters mean a lot to me. And making D&D characters for like Zuko or Katara or Toph or is tons of fun for me. Which is why I love doing this on stream. I hope you guys all like it. I hope you're all having fun with it, and I would like to do it more. A shifter Zuko is not something anyone would expect, and it's why I kind of put in the no same classes rule, no same races. Because, honestly, I didn't think it was fair. If I just made everyone human, that's boring. And people like the weird races. I like the weird races. I fucking love the weird races. Yeah, all my D&D characters are weird races. Goblins, changelings, tieflings, Kenku. You name it, I got it. I've made them in D&D. There is not a race I have not played. But I don't know how to explain it. I really do love... I do love everything I do in D&D. I love putting these things together, and the only reason I'm not under the Dungeons and Dragons section is because I didn't know what was better, D&D or Dungeons and Dragons, so I stuck myself in just chatting. Oh no. It's something I would I like doing this. I want to do it more. I want characters. I want you guys to submit characters to me. And I will make them in D&D. You submit a character from a show, anime, or whatever. You know what? You know fucking what? I'm going to make a new channel. I'm going to make a new channel in my server called D&D Character Requests. So, anyone who wants me to make a character for them in, or has a cool idea for a character they would like to see in D&D, put in here. I will make a, actually, I'm going to make the announcement right now. There is a new channel in the server. If you want me to make a character in D&D on stream, send a picture of them in D&D character requests. There we go. Yeah, I know it's late for some people. The Boulder. Nah, I'm not going to do the Boulder. But we got Zuko, Suki, Toph, Sokka, Aang. Now we just need the bleeding heart of the group, Katara. Katara is a good girl, and she's, you know, loved by basically everyone. She has her dark moments, and she comes out above them. But she is a healer above all else. I am making her a cleric. I am making her a Tempest Domain cleric. For she can do lightning damage, for she can bring down the storm on people. She is skilled in medicine, and she is insightful. You know what? Maybe cleric isn't the way to go. She wouldn't be a paladin, she's not armored. She wouldn't be a rogue because, well, Sokka's a rogue. She wouldn't be a ranger because she doesn't use weapons. She'd be a full caster, but what kind of full caster? She wouldn't be she would be a wizard. She studies. What kind of wizard, though? What kind of wizard would Katara be? She would be a scribe wizard. How's it going, Falcor? We're on our last character. I'm trying to figure out what the heck Katara is going to be. I am making the entire Avatar gang, and I will go over them again before we move over to Hero Forge. But we got some rules. No characters above level 10. Characters will resemble the inspiration by the end. Each character will be made with minimum levels used standard array stats. One magic item per character if necessary. No duplicate classes or races. Alrighty. You know what? Let's do this. I think this is way better than anything else. Because then we get to take the Fathomless, and we don't need to worry about her spellcasting. She Damn it. Arcana, because she knows a good bit about bending, and she can be intimidating as hell. Let's be honest. Alrighty. Happy I still got in time to hear your cute voice. Oh, I appreciate it so much, Falcor. You have no idea. Oh, trust me, this stream is far from over, but I feel like this is going to be fun. Let's see. I feel like beguiling influence is definitely her shtick, since you know, she dressed up as the Lady of the Lake, was it? Or whatever it was. I really wish people would stop texting me during my streams. And she would probably... Nah, that's not exactly her shtick. What is her shtick? What's Gaze of Two Minds? You can... No. No, no, no. Ooh, nice going for your 10 watch streak, dude. Keep it up. I appreciate it very much. Let's see here. Beast Speech? Nah. Agonizer Blast? Nah. Misty Visions is the silent image one. No. Fiendish Vigor? Yeah, she can cast False Life. She can heal people. Sort of. I didn't even realize I had a streak. Yeah, apparently you have. I appreciate you very much. She is Pact to the Talisman. Your patron gives you an amulet, a talisman that can aid the wearer when the need is great. The wearer... Basically, this is her mother's necklace, because we know that means everything to her. And I am going to give her Skill Expert, because Skill Expert is really good for her, and I think she needs the medicine skill. I think medicine is like her bread and butter. And we're going to give her an increase, actually, in wisdom. Alrighty. Background. Let's see here. I wouldn't say she's a criminal. She'd be a student of some sort, but... She's not a noble. She's not a soldier. She's not a sailor. She's not a sage. She's not a pirate. She's not an outlander. She's... I know what she is. She's a far traveler. She travels, because she travels all over the world. And it's clear that she's a fish out of water. But we love her all the same. Our dear Katara. Mom of the group and one of the coolest characters in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now... if anyone was wondering why I was saving Genasi, it's because I want to give it to Katara. Water Genasi for Katara seems perfect. And her being related to her brother, where he is a half sea elf, is perfect. She is medium. There we go. Alrighty, so high charisma, high wisdom. Unfortunately, I'm going to dump stat her constitution and give her decent intelligence, higher dex, mediocre strength. I could see an argument where you dump stat strength, but I just feel like this is more appropriate. I don't know. There's something about it. Let's give her charisma for her +1. And wisdom for her +2. Because I feel like she's more mental statted than... It's not that difficult. They share the same mother, and Sokka's father raised them both. Fair enough? But yeah, so we don't really need to do the weapons because it's mostly the caster stuff, but we made Sokka, we made Katara. They're both really cool characters, and we love them both. Let's go find a Katara picture. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I found a Katara picture I like because it's her in one of my favorite outfits for her. Like, I'm sorry, but there are certain things about Avatar: The Last Airbender I love, and it's gotta, and this one is one of them. Katara in her Fire Nation outfit. It's so cute, and she rocks that very well. Ooh, you got fried rice and General Tso's chicken? Awesome. So, what you missed, Leo, because I'm about to go over the characters again. We have Katara as a fathomless warlock water genasi. Zuko as a draconic bloodline sorcerer shifter. Suki as a champion human fighter. Toph as a Circle of the Land druid, mountain specifically. Oh yeah, absolutely, Leo. Shifter Zuko, and here's why. Him at the start of the show, him during Ba Sing Se, and him post Ba Sing Se are 3 completely different characters. So he shifts in between them, and it works so well. In fact, his shifter type literally gives him an advantage in one-on-one combat. He is a Wild Hunt shifter. While shifted, you have advantage on wisdom checks, and no creature within 30 feet of you can make an attack against you with advantage unless you're incapacitated. Turns out half sea elves can't breathe underwater, so they drown at birth if the elf was the mother. Lol. But yeah, and now I'm going to make all these characters on Hero Forge. I'm going to make my version of them on Hero Forge. So, let's do this. Oh, give me 2 seconds. Everything's going to restart for a second, but I do need to do this to actually get this to work. What? Sorry, give us a moment. Well, that didn't fix it. Strange. There they are. Alright, now it's working. Yes, I am aware. In fact, I own all the books for it. Alright, now that we've made our characters, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Need to change this to Hero Forge. There we go. Alrighty. Do y'all just T-pose over a newborn and spin in circles, scanning to see what their Tism skill tree will be like? Great fucking question! What? So, the answer is yes and no. I got the Tisms. So do a majority of the people in chat. But for those who do not know what we're doing, I just made D&D characters for Katara, Zuko, Suki, Toph, Sokka, and Aang. And because they are not their base forms, I'm going to try to make them all in Hero Forge. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. We welcome everyone. And in fact, thank you for being so comfortable about that. 5 check passed. Hell yeah. I do suggest you stick around because we're about to make the entire Avatar gang in Hero Forge as D&D characters. Tism is tasty, absolutely. But yeah, we welcome everyone here. As long as you're not causing trouble, you are welcome here in my Discord and everywhere else that I am. Surprisingly, I haven't put in a sheet most of the characters I've thought of because I don't want to join the meme. Well, I just do this so I actually have a physical representation of what I want to see. Or what my character is. So, who do we want to go first? Please. So, we're about to make Hero Forge models. So, let's do this again. I'm going to save Aang for last. So feel free to vote. We can do Katara first. We absolutely can. We could do Zuko first. We could do Suki, Toph, Sokka, Aang. But I want to keep Aang for last because, you know, he's the Avatar. And plus he's basically going to look the same, unfortunately. Well, damn. We got a 3-way tie right now. Come on, guys. I know you're in there. You can vote. Don't forget to pick the character. It's going to be plenty of fun. I promise you all. Thank you all for joining the tavern today. And I will say that because I'm feeling low energy, I'm just enjoying doing what I'm doing. Let's make... I cast my vote finally. So we are making Goblin Toph. A Circle of the Land Druid. So I'm going to have Druid, Goblin, and Toph as my 3 things. By the way, I'm closing that because we don't need it. So, let's start with height. She's tiny. Weight. She's going to be muscular because, you know, it's Toph. Small bust because small character and not fully mature yet. Although I guess she is pretty frail, so maybe knocking down the muscularness. I actually did my OC in Hero Forge, the one based on the PFP. Oh, cool. Personally, I love Hero Forge. It's helped me so much because I'm not an artist. But I can make a character on Hero Forge that looks like my character and then give that to an artist to give them a rough idea of what I want. So Hero Forge is a lifesaver for me. Instead of just describing not gain, what I need. So, let's round out her face first. She's got a rather soft face. She's not super old. Let's see. That just makes her look old. Upper. Nah, she's got a small head. Ah, there we go. I would say that's kind of Toph-esque. Now, do I want to put her in her earthbending gear or her noble outfit, her noble uniform? Because I could put her in a dress and have it be funny. Make a goblin in a dress. Speaking of which. And yeah, I like those. You know what? Hold on. Let's make the nose a little more goblin-esque. So this is going to be if Avatar was in D&D. Oregonian. Damn. Toph is fit but not buff. You know what? I think I made her stomach too wide. It's... Yeah, hold on. She doesn't weigh that much. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Alright. So, what do y'all think? Do we put her in her fancy outfit, or do we put her in the, her earthbending gear? Like, what she wears through most of the series. Either way, we gotta get rid of these clothes. Alright. Make a mix? Okay, so, sure. Absolutely. And we also need to add a bit of a druid flair to it. So, let's see what pants we can go with. Why do I feel like if Toph was, like, in the world today, like, she would totally, like, wear, like, booty shorts out just to say, fuck you, mom? There we go. Anyway. Because, fun fact, my sister was very much a rebel growing up, so she did basically the same thing. Alright. Let's see. Do they have her stance? The two to the side. I love that people make D&D goblins green when they're yellow. Then the Verdant exists, but almost what people draw goblins as. The Verdant exists, but nobody wants to play a fucking Verdant. Let's be honest. Listen, I love Verdant. I do. I will, but nobody wants to play a fucking Verdant. Because they don't want to grow from a miniature to, like, a full-size person in a single campaign. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something people want to do. Verdant are like the most disrespected race in all of D&D. I'm going to be honest. Dude, I need to change her fucking lips. Like, there's no way this is Toph with those lips. Alright. I need a picture of Toph up on the side. Yeah. She's got plain old lips. Let's see. There we go. That's more like it. And no, I agree with you. But it's also Pathfinder goblins, and then there's Lord of the Rings goblins that are the same color as orcs. And orcs in D&D are also green. Well, kind of. They're dark gray, depending on what world you play in. But they're typically green, or some shade of green, so that's why people make goblins green. Or you could go with wild goblins, who are always green, and match the same color hues as orcs for whatever reason, despite that not making any sense. Anyway. Let's see. Actually, do we have... Yeah. Also, 4E goblins in D&D are green. Are they? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're like greenish yellow. What's funny is those are the goblins they use in the fucking Baldur's Gate 3. You know what? I'm going to do this because I have an idea with it. Alright. So here's what we're going to do. Because it's all going to come down to coloration. You guys are going to like this. So, I may not be super artistic. I'm not. Whoa. What the hell is going on there? What? Okay. Alright, so move this forward, then move this down, and... Alright, cool. So, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to do this Toph Beifong style. Alright. So, we got white for her clothes because she's... Or for her upper layer. Then we go... I don't like that green. Yeah, that's the green we're looking for. In Forgotten Realms, the real orc are actually the old fantasy warhog looking orcs. Not according to D&D these days, but I get your meaning. Then she's got the green, the gold, because we all know that this is the belt from what's it called, the fight she did. No, I meant is like a history thing. They're pretty much extinct. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Let's do that. Alrighty, so there's Toph's belt thing. God, she looks like a maid in this dress without it. Anyway. Alright, so what are her accents going to be on her outfit? What are toffs? Alrighty, hold on. I think that's literally meant to be hers, but hold on. There's no way I could just do sleeves, huh? Oh. There's her belt. Yeah, that feels way more tough. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, the gold belt feels way more tough. Yeah, it looks like she's accented with a lighter green and gold. So we're on the right track. Lighter green means we go in here and then yeah. Okay. Then we take this green and have it be like that, and then we take the gold and... Alrighty. So far, so good. What do you all think so far? We still got a bit to go, but... Something that D&D art somehow never gets right is that half-orcs are supposed to look almost like an orc. Like many time orc invasions are half-orcs, but people can't tell the difference. Oh, I see. I mean, half-orcs look orcish. At least in 5th edition they do. Half-orc 5e. Let's see. Like, yeah, the 5th edition half-orc, like, looks orcish. Even though, you know. Like, look at this one. This one's 5th ed. Then there is the official art of the half-orc with human skin and blonde. Oh, hold on. Are you talking about the 2024 half-orc? Hold on. Wait, what blonde half-orc are you talking about? Hold on. This I need to look up. No idea what you're talking about, but either way, let's go back to Hero Forge and finish this goblin up. So, first of all, her base has to be dirt, right? Or the sand. Yeah, let's make her base the sand. We'll get to her skin color in a second. Because I just want to make sure everything's set up before we get the skin color. Large rocks. Yeah, that seems about right. Alrighty. So what are we thinking with her skin color? I mean, we could just make her human colored. This is cursed. This is cursed. Humanoid goblin top. I fucking hate this. No, we are absolutely not doing this shit. Don't fucking care. But I do need to change her hair. Her hair is not appropriate for Toph. You know, I could do the poofed out hair. You know the one. Everyone knows the one. But... That's how her parents would have her wear it. No. Although that is pretty funny. Is the image of the blonde half-orc... Oh, look on memes? Oh, in my server? Oh, shit. What the hell is that blonde-ass half-orc? Alright. And Desk, if you're watching my stream, I see your shit. I get it. And I will do that next time I do a stream. Let's see. The thing is, Toph is very tomboy-esque. But it wouldn't be like... Well, maybe that one. No, but she's still feminine. That's the issue. This, maybe? Yeah, that is definitely Toph. That hair... alright. And then... Whew, we got a hockey mask now. Gonna try and make it soon. Anyway. Headband. Alright, we got a few options here. So... Whoa. No, thank you. We got that one. That one. Actually, hold on. I feel like we have, yeah, I feel like that one works. That one's going to work for Toph, and we'll just leave it at that. For now. 1, 2... And then, yeah, you can't really see the sides, but they're there. Alright. Now we just need to make her hair oily black. And make her blind. Not that kind of blind. Do I have another... I do. Interesting. It's such an interesting color. But, no, I don't think that's right either. I think that's my changeling eye color. So let's make a new eye color. We got this. Alrighty. So, the irises are white. And so is... well, basically everything's going to be... Yeah, there we go. That's the look we're trying to get. She's got the moon blinked look. Alrighty. She doesn't really wear... She wears very plain... She wears a very plain outfit. Am I going to leave her this curse, or are we going to make her a different skin color? I feel like we're going to make her, like... Let's make her a desert goblin. How's that? So, we make her skin, like, yellow-ish. Desert goblin. Yeah. I dig that. I dig that so good. Maybe a skin tone like yours? Oh, the Nambi skin tone, which I do have here, by the way. Or no, wait. Did I delete it? I might have deleted it. I used to have the Nambi skin tone. I would need to go grab that off of Ruby or one of my other siblings' models. Anyway. Nah, I'm kind of digging the yellow, though. Yeah, I feel like this is Toph. This is Toph Beifong. Alrighty. So, I promised I had something special for you guys with this. And we're going to do it. It's going to be a very interesting look. So, let's do this proper. Stone, stone. Wait, is that stone? No. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go into here, and we're going to change up the color. We're going to make it transparent. So, it looks like it's hovering. Then we will take the rocks and make them glow a bit so we know that she is lifting them. I don't know. I think this looks pretty good. Now, just to color the floor, we already know what colors we're going to make them because we make them match. Toph Beifong. An interesting character for sure. And there we go. Goblin Toph Beifong. I believe that's how you spell her last name, but I think it's... yeah. There we go. Next up... actually, who is next? / poll. You guys get to choose. So... who do we want? Katara? Sokka? Zuko? Or Suki? Again... Suki's going to be boring. I hate that I have to make Suki boring, but one of them has to be, and it's going to be Suki. Almost forgot to put the green inside the belt. But yeah. Feel free to vote. Katara or Suki? I love the way y'all think. Absolutely. So, yeah, this show was my childhood. I grew up with it. I love these characters to death, and I want to do my best to recreate them. Because people often say that D&D is limiting. Alright, I get to pick, so I'm picking Suki because I want to get that one out of the way. People always say that D&D is limited, and to an extent they're right. But that's because if they gave you every choice in the entire world, they wouldn't give you any choices because your choice would be whatever you want it to be. So putting limitations on a game and on a world shouldn't be the deciding thing for it, right? You know what? I just realized I'm probably better sitting over here. That way you could see what I'm choosing. But yeah, like, yeah. Anyway, here's what I will say. As fun as making characters in D&D, so D&D is limited, but it's not as limited as people think. Just because a character is made to be a certain way doesn't mean definitely does not mean that they have to that they have to stay that way. So what I want to show with this series is how I can make characters in Dungeons and Dragons, and then on top of that make those translate the characters into Hero Forge to make them still the characters you know and love, every bit of them, but with slight changes to make them fit the D&D world. So, you know, fantasy style of all of your favorite characters. You name it, I put it in. Go check out my Discord and go check out my Discord and you'll be able to request other characters. So Suki is, you know, I'm going to say it, she's pretty tough. But that just means I need to go in detail with her. No, I don't need her length. Her upper scale is smaller because she is not actually that big. Alright. Let me get the Kyoshi Warrior outfit up because I want to do the Kyoshi Warrior. Alright. Okay. I think I can actually do this almost spot on. Hold on. Let's see if we have the headpiece first. Almost. Not quite what I want, but no, I'm not going to use that again. No. God. And the only thing we have for headbands. I can work with that one. And then we could put something out. Oh, actually, I like this one more. It gives way more Kyoshi. Anyway, let's make her pretty now. Nah, I'm not going to use this face. Let's change the nose on this one. Oh, hold on. My fucking thing didn't work because whoever followed, thank you very much for following. I appreciate it. I am so sorry that it didn't work out. That didn't show up. No. There it is. I missed it. Oh well. We need to change the nose. Her nose is more rounded and more... Dude, I don't want the fucking pointed tip. Come on, round out. Close, but not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a hook nose. I'm looking for... No. Okay, so trash that nose. Okay. There we go. That's more like it. Although she does have a rather small nose, so... I'm going to increase the bridge height and length. I'm not against that. Alright, and then we do it like that. Alright, that doesn't look bad. Warlock Patron Ruby, Pact of the Chain, make the familiar a tiny avatar of Ruby Cuddles. I appreciate it, but I'm a warlock myself. I already have a patron. My patron is the Lord of Colors. Which, if you don't know what that means, go ask Soul Sith, who's usually in here. Actually, you know what? Hold on. There we go. I hate this is what I'm doing to Suki. It... mouth needs something better than this, because what? She's very plain. I hate how plain she is. She's got a bigger upper lip than her bottom, though, so I can work with that. It's just the joke of Ruby graduating from Warlock. Yeah, I know. And by the way, Tiny Ruby for cuddles is always welcome. You are always welcome to cuddle me all over the place if you ever come to my tavern. Okay, that's better for Suki. Alrighty. Sorry, Suki, need to strip you. Must hug Ruby. Of course you get a hug. And full health check? Hell yeah. Stretch. Alrighty. So Suki has a very well, I'm not going to say unique because it is just a chest plate that exists in the Hero Forge. Where is it? Oh, come on. I know it exists in here somewhere. Oh, I'm 3 foot tall. I'm 3 foot flat. And that was my chest size before the artist got a hold of me. That's a funny bit because Ruby's chest size actually has expanded per artist that draws her. Soon she's going to be huge. She's going to have huge honking Anyway. But yeah. By the way, don't forget everyone, we stream here for a good cause. We always stream completely for charity, so all bit subs and donations go directly to charity on the 15th of every month. I want you all to remember that. So please, subscribe if you will. Oh, come on, Am I high? Was I just completely off about the fucking... No, we're not putting her in that. No, I know I'm not wrong. I just... Maybe it's in here? It's a specific breastplate that I know exists on D&D Beyond. It's almost this, but it's not quite that. The worst part about this is if I use my secondary on the chest piece, then... Well, no, I can do it through other means. So, a Ruby Familiar would pretty much be the same size of the real one? Yeah. Yeah, carrying around a 20-pound anchor. Good luck picking it up. Did they... Wait, did they put it behind a fucking paywall? No, they didn't. Good. Yeah, good. They didn't put it behind a paywall. That's lucky for me. Alrighty. I'm going to take one more look through here, and then I'll move on with this, if this is what I'm dealing with. If this is what I got to work with, I'll live with it. But I am almost... I'm almost positive it exists without it. Thank you. I am very self-conscious about my voice. I hate my own voice. But I appreciate it. I appreciate that, a lot. Yeah. Sorry. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go with that, and then we'll do the sleeves this way, because I'm pretty sure we can do it like... Yeah. Well, close. Not exactly. I'm trying to figure it out, but... You know how when you know you have the pieces, you just can't find the right one? That's me right now. That is me right now. You know what? Nah, not that one. And yes, I know she's not wearing pants at the moment, but guess what? No nudity, so that's life. Deal with it. And not doing the sexy armor for her. I swear to God, there was a piece of armor that exists in this that I'm just not finding. Like, that one will work. But... I'm annoyed. I'm actually annoyed. Alright, we'll deal with that one. We'll work with that one. Alrighty. Then she's got the poofy pants. Poofy, poofy, poofy. Anyway. I just don't want people thinking I said something else that I definitely did not say. Ooh, those are pretty good, but I don't think those work for the Kyoshi Warriors. Ah, these work for the Kyoshi Warriors, and then we put a dress around it. Not that dress. Something similar to that dress, but not that dress. Closer. I think that's it. Right? Like, without a doubt, this is the outfit. Or it's close enough to it that, you know. Wait, did I forget to put the headpiece back on? I forgot to put the headpiece back on. This one. The Sun Soldier's headdress. There we go. Alrighty. Now, there is something we do need to do with her, because Suki has a very detailed face because of her makeup. So, lips, and she has like, I'm going to have to find it because I'm sure it's in here somewhere, or I can make it. I know I can. But this one's going to take me a minute to search. Anyway, so Suki actually was one of my favorite characters in Avatar: The Last Airbender because she didn't fall into gender norms, and that was very important to me. She's a good fighter, she's a good person in general, and what? Let's fucking do this. Alright. I have to make this from scratch, so you're going to see how you make decals in this. Alright. That'll work. That will definitely work. Alrighty! I'm about to blow your guys' mind, but we're going to do the face last. This is going to be insane. I am proud of how this is going to turn out. So, she has dark brown hair. Actually, absolutely. She's got dark brown hair. We're actually going to need to make it darker than even this has. So, let's do it. Your hair is... Your highs need to be lower. Like that. Okay. And then your lows need to be a bit higher, like so. And there we go. Alright. We'll take the blonde and put it in the headdress. Just so we can have that being kind of accurate. Okay, green's up first. Her outfit is mostly green, actually. So you got the green sleeves, green pants, green skirt. We're going to mix mash it with the same green we used for Toph, which is this one. Yeah, and then we'll do it. Actually, no, the Curus should all be black because the Curus is all black for them. I think that's the Curious. Don't crucify me, Leo. I don't know what a Curious is. Alrighty. Am I right? Am I right? Is this body plate the Curious? It better be. Although I am realizing I picked kind of the wrong hair for her. Alrighty, thank you. I am proud of myself. I know what a Curious is. Oh, God. Chat would have crucified me. Wait, no, where's the fucking Bob? Dude, she has a... Hold on. There we go. Not that kind of Bob. No. This kind of Bob. Almost. That's almost right. Fuck. What's the sci-fi, like, killer haircut? You know the one. The bowl cut that all the girls have in sci-fi movies? This one. I feel like... I'm going to have to take the headdress off for now and then kit bash it in. So... Oh, I need to take a look at the name of that headdress. It's like Sun King... Sun Soldier. Sun Soldier is what it's called. So, let's do this. There it is. The Sun Soldier's diadem. Alrighty. Scooch it over, scooch it up, scooch it down, and... There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll do. So, gold, gold, gold. Nope. Not making her blonde. Curious is the breastplate, backplate, and fold it, assembled it together. Oh, so, dude, I was spot on with what a Curious is. I was spot fucking on. Alright. Suki. Now that I think about it, this might be the hardest one to make because I know I can make this as accurate as possible. Then we get the golden for the belt, right? Or no, they wear all black, so the Curious is all black, and so's like their armored bits. All right, time to do the face. The face is going to be the hardest part because it is white, red, and black. So we need to do this right. White. What color are Suki's eyes? Ooh, she's got pretty brown eyes. God, now she just looks like a fucking clown. Ugh, God. The fact that the makeup is so limited in this. Okay. We're going to make her eyes black so she doesn't look like a clown. And then we'll tint the lips. Not like super sexy red, but, you know. Goth clown now. Fuck you. I can't unsee. Screw you, Leo. You know how that shit fucks with me. I love you. Anyway. I fucking... God bless you, Leo. You know what? Then we'll just do it like this. As if she's wearing makeup. So, you know, it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And then we need to put her in Ninja Tabby. Because that's what she wears. She wears black Ninja Tabby as her footwear. Alright, and then we need the golden fans, because, of course, they're opulent as shit. Yeah, let's go actual gold for these. Yeah. I'm feeling the actual gold, and then we do the blades in, like, a lime green, because that's how they are, more or less. And now they're more of a fucking this. And there we go. Oh, I forgot to color one of the gloves. Never understood why when people play Turtle, they try to find an excuse to get rid of the shell. Like, what's the point then? The shell's what makes them broken. It's why I don't let turtles in any campaign I run. Suki! Although, I feel like we could pose her better. Let's give her a pose. Nah. That's not bad. That's not bad for Suki. Oh, but I need to adjust the crown now. And let's rotate. Alright, and let's move it a tad. There we go. Doesn't look perfect, but hey, it's Suki. What are you gonna do? Because they don't like that it says they can't do something. I can't. Damn. Well, then some people are bitches. There are bitches, and then there are people who live with what they got with their race. Alrighty. Who's up next? Oh, Katara is up next, right? Do I even need to pull this? It's Katara, then Zuko, then Aang. So, Water Genasi Katara. Alright, this I can do. She's small, but she's not that small. She's kind of heavier. She's not very muscular. But she does have the land to show off. All of the land. You know what? Actually, her upper scale is pretty big for who she is. Alrighty. Let me get a picture of Katara up. I'm not doing... You know what? I'll do long hair Katara. Long hair Katara is pretty cute. Alright, let's do this shit. Her face is rounded, so let's go for... This? Alright, so hold on. Those lips are way too much for her. She's very plain Jane when it comes to her lips. Whew. Alright. Even saw a whole video of someone making a dragon turtle variant. It was it gived it the 13 AC instead of shell because that way it doesn't keep you from playing Armor Artificer. Why do you need to play Armor Artificer as a motherfucking turtle? Like, I'm sorry, but you're playing Turtle wrong if you're doing that. God. No, she's got more of a pointed jaw, so I just need to move the mouth down. Yeah, I don't fucking know. It seems kind of ridiculous. Then play a different fucking race. If you want to wear armor, play a different race than Turtle. Or go to someone in game and have them specially make the armor for you. I'm going to need to take a different look at... There we go. That's probably better for her. I had to start over with the face, but yeah, I think this is better for her, just slightly. Her nose isn't that big, but we'll live with it. And then we will change her to have... Okay, hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. Stop smiling at me. Thank you. I could not stand this thing smiling at me. Her nose is smaller. That's what it is. Alright, that's not bad. I'm going to have to change her eyes, though. Her eyes are off-putting. Nah, she doesn't have serious eyes. Let's do that, and then we'll give her blue. I just want to make sure her eyes look good. She's got the big blue eyes. Yeah, that looks good. Alrighty. Long hair. I feel like that's just straight up Katara's hair. It's too far back. It looks like she has a receding hairline, and I hate it. That's why I always hate this hair in particular. That's not bad. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Alrighty. Katara in her winter clothing. That's actually pretty spot on. Hold on. Nah, I'm going to put her in the gi outfit where, you know, she's ready for combat. Actually, let's see if they have a gi. They do not. Ah, they do. In fact, it's the same type of gi Katara wears. Perfect. Alright, and then we can put on her pants. She wears tight blue pants, and then she wears like a loincloth thing over them. That looks almost right. I think that's more accurate, though. Nah. It's too thin. Maybe that's the best we're going to get. Nope. That's the best we're going to get. That's just Katara. Full health check. Stretch. Hydrate. The only reasonable complaint I've seen is the 50-year lifespan. My DM straight up said, in my setting, they live 2,000 years. Wait a minute. Turtles only live 50 years? How am I only just finding this out? What? Hold on. Turtle age? D&D. Lifespan of about 50 years. However, many players find that... So, it's usually around 150. Yeah, okay. So, people don't like it, and so they change it. Alrighty. So, she's going to have a bit of a more... No. She's a water genasi. Water genasis will have blue skin. Just like her brother. I think we should just give her basic shoes. Yeah, I like those. Yeah, didn't know why they... live less than IRL turtles. Yeah, I don't get it either. But some people wanted it that way. Too bright. Ah. Yeah, that's Water Tribe. Like, straight up, right? This is very Katara. Yeah, kobolds live stupid long too, but it's not like any of them ever make it to that age. They're either eaten or stepped on. I think I'm just gonna give her black hair. Yeah, we'll just do the normal Katara look for that one. Oh, hold on. There is something I am forgetting to give her. Come on. Wait, is it in chest? It's in chest, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Her mother's necklace. Because she wouldn't be Katara without her mother's necklace. Right? And then that thing is shiny ass blue. Alrighty. I'm going to be honest, I'm glad this one wasn't nearly as hard as Suki. Trying to make, like, Suki legitimately was very difficult. Alrighty. And then we can give her a little water bending. Really? They only have the one water casting spell? Alright. Well, let's pose her and then we'll worry about that. Yeah, sure. Sure. Let's do this one. No. We need, like, liquid. There we go. Sploosh. Alrighty, that's our Katara. Now we do Shifter Zuko, and he is probably going to be the quickest of the bunch. Dragonforged is when, from time to time, a winged kobold is born. Yeah. Winged kobolds are super cool. Alright, this one has the easiest start of all time. Where is it? Where is the fucking facial scar? I know it exists in here. I saw it earlier while I was going through it. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing this. Okay. So, we're going to do Emoteen, fucking Zuko! Oh, God. Okay, so, this dude is pretty big. He's the most muscular out of the group. He does not have a bust. Although, I will say, there we go. He's... Yeah. I'll go with that. Shirtless, because it's Zuko. Like, dude barely wears a shirt as is. Unless he's in, like, his Fire Nation armor. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is all I'm going to go with in detail. Um, shifter. We make his hands claws, of course. Actually, can we do that? Oh, oh, right. Could just set one arm on fire if I wanted to, but nah. Oh god, so many things to do. I'm trying to think what would. You know what? Fuck it. We're just leaving it as is. I'm just going to make this fucker. Let's do it. His fucking brown ass eyes, black hair, and his edgelord demeanor. Although I could give him wolf-like ears. You know what? Yeah, let's give him wolf-like ears, and then we'll... Not like that. That's better. That is way better. Alright. We'll just do it like this. And no, I'm not trying to make movie Zuko. I want to be clear on that. I know he looks like movie Zuko. But the movie never happened, right? The flame daggers he and Azula get are so cold. Yeah. Alrighty, let's figure out how to do his face properly. This is actually pretty good. You know what? Then let's just give him more stone cold face. I don't mind the colors on that. He needs to be... There we go. I hate to be this guy, but is that not just Zuko? Better than when my Kenku revived as a reborn and the knight of the group went, things aren't fucking supposed to come back from the grave. Give me 5 seconds, I'll fix it. Oh, that's fucked. Dude, team killing is not okay, like, ever. Okay, so he just has red-ass pants. Like, they're maroon, but they're red, but I do need to add something, because I didn't notice it before. He does actually have one of these. No, not all the way down. Just, like, folded up near the... Arms are missing? Oh, the armbands! Oh, he saw... Let me get mauled by wolves. Sin and all. Damn. He does have armbands, but... You know what? I can kit bash those in. Let's fucking do it. Let's make this Zuko Zuko. Nope. Alrighty. Okay, and then we can... Hell yeah. Alrighty, that looks perfect. And then it's the golden armband that he wears, sort of. Can I DM you the Hero Forge thingy so you see the difference? When he saw me again, what was lost was replaced with Spirit Thing. He had zero reason to trust. It was fun. I mean, you can. I'm not going to ever stop you from DMing me. My DMs are open for anyone who needs them. But if you take that too far, then that's a different issue entirely. Okay. So, armband 1. And now I need to do that again. Duplicate. Come on. There we go. Now we just need to turn it a bit. Alrighty. So now we give him his red hot pants, and we get to deal with it. Although nah. Actually, that's... It's closer to a maroon than it is a red, so... Ah, there we go. I like that. And then he has the darker up here. I'll take a look after the stream. I don't tend to look at my DMs during stream because it's a bad habit. But I appreciate you all the same. Alrighty. What do you think of Zuko? Does this look Zuko enough for the Zuko Club? Yeah, Agni Kai. Yeah, this is Agni Kai Zuko. Oh, come on. The fucking... Hold on. Need to fix that. Oh, God. Need to scale it a bit more. There we go. Now we got Zuko. Now we need Sokka, and that's it, right? It's just Sokka, and he's basically in the same outfit as Katara, and then we do Aang? Am I missing one? No, that's it. Yeah, Sokka and then do Aang. Alright, let's do this. Sokka! No. Sokka's pretty tall. In fact, I would say he's the tallest out of them. He doesn't have a bust, and he's actually quite skinny, now that I think about it. Alrighty. Where's his fucking man bun? I know we have the bun in here. No, it's not that one. It's the one with the shaved sides. Come on, I know it's in here. It's almost this, but not all the way down. It's like that into a bun. Oh, come on. I thought they actually had it. Do they not have Sokka's stupid little hair bun? I am almost positive they have it somewhere. I'm not going insane. I know I'm not going insane, but they might have taken it out because of all the changes they've been doing to Hero Forge. Oh no. Oh fucking no. No, it's not that. You know what? We'll go with this. Because that is definitely a Sokka-ass haircut. Alrighty. And he is a half-elf. So he's going to be kind of sexy. Sokka and Katara wear basically the same getup. So just need to remember what I actually put on for Katara and then stick on Sokka as well. Going to use that one though. Actually, no, I'm not. Those stitches look awful. There we go. That works. And then we have the gi that we need. But of course, how can we forget Boomerang? Because he has to have it. And this, he's got a very specific looking sword. And I mean the black one. I love that in canon half-elves are almost as abundant as elves. I mean, yeah. No, too big. Too fancy. It's more plain than that. What's funny is I could easily make Jet in this. At some point. At some point I'll make Jet. Not tonight, though. Tonight I'm kind of getting tired, so I'm going to finish up Sokka and do Aang real quick. Too big. There it is. That is the exact sword that is Sokka's meteor sword. And then he has the same slippers. Okay, come on. Tell me this doesn't look like start of the series Sokka already. I do need to give him the elf ears because he is technically an elf. Or, well, half elf. So, yeah, we'll do that. Meteoric ore. Yeah. The ore. The ore. Anyway. Alrighty, let's give him that black-ass sword that he loves so much. And then it's got gold, doesn't it? Wait. Now I need to find... Hold on. Sokka's sword. I need to look up Sokka's sword because I'm not getting this wrong. Brown hilt, gold middle. So that's all gold and then the bottom's all brown. Like that. Alrighty. Boomerang is blue and white. Kind of like this, actually. It's almost exactly that. Sea elf. Sea elf. So, gonna make him... There we go. Actually, he's half human, so I don't actually need to give him a weird colored skin. Unless I really want to. Nah, let's give him a normal skin. He is a half-elf, but, you know, he's still half human, so... he has black hair, which is easy enough to do. He matches his sister in that way. The pommel of Sokka's sword is gold, though. Not at the picture I'm looking at. Is it? I guess the Fortnite one is. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah. And then we just do the Water Tribe coloration on him because that's easy enough. What was it? It was like that and then... Or no, it was this and then the dark blue accent. So, like that. And what color are Sokka's eyes? Can somebody tell me? Are they brown? They are blue. Sokka has blue-ass eyes. And I have never noticed. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I'll give him blue fingernails just to hint that he's a half-elf. I love D&D. And I love making models on Hero Forge. I need to do it more, but, you know. I'm not gonna tell you how, but I've made NSFW stuff on Hero Forge before, which is kind of funny. You can make NSFW content on this website. There we go. The boy wonder himself, Sokka. I'm sorry I'm not going into so much detail. I'm just fucking pooped. I'm wiped. Alrighty. Last but not least, Airbender Aang. Remember pre-kit bashing, people using tails and such for parts? Oh no, it's something in... Leo, I've shown you what I'm talking about. I have shown you the picture of what I'm talking about. And I am not going to duplicate it on stream. And I am not going to show it on stream. Mostly because it's spoilers for Amber. Anyway. Let's do our bald youngster. Actually, I'm going to make his length... I'm going to make him long, but I'm going to make him short. So, like that, yeah. Alright. And now we need to round out his face, because his face is very round. Let's see here. Then we take the cheeks. Almost smooth it out. There we go. Oh, God, I'm fucking... Hold on. Now I gotta check if they actually have his goddamn tattoos. They better have his tattoos. Hold on. Let's see. Sort of. How would I do this? They don't have the airbender tattoo, but... Whatever, that's still an arrow. We can make it an arrow. I'm going to make it an arrow. Oh, fuck. What race did we make Aang? Hold on. We made Aang a Kalish. Oh, okay, so he's just human. He's effectively a human. Huh. Alrighty. So, let's see here. Actually, let's declothe him and then we'll put all the tattoos on him first. Because he's got tattoos on his body as well. I mean, please tell me there are arrows. No, fuck. Okay, then we'll just do a robed Aang. So, Aang in his robes. Let's see. I'm actually trying to find it. That's not bad. Yeah, we can call those airbender robes, and then we'll put... Yeah, that ain't bad. This isn't going to be a perfect outfit. Because they don't have the... exactly what I wanted. So, that's what I'll say. And, yeah. Let's give him his staff, and then we can continue on to the coloring. Let's see. He has a very particular wooden staff. But unfortunately it's not in here because it's also his glider. Or at least I don't think it's in here. So we're going to have to come up with something better. Or different. Hello? Hold on. God damn it. Wait, did we get raided? Oh! Cove! How's it going, everyone? Welcome, welcome. I'm Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch, and I stream completely for charity. Tonight, we have made every part of the Avatar: The Last Airbender crew as D&D characters. And we're making our last character in Hero Forge, which is Aang the Monk. The Four Elements Monk, which is, you know, appropriate. We had some rules where I wasn't allowed to use any... we weren't allowed to use duplicate classes or races for any of the character. Thank you so much for all the follows. I know you can't see the thing, but hold on. Let's see if I can get that up. Alrighty. Now you should be, when you follow, you should be able to see it. But yes, we're wrapping up with Aang, and it is going to be awesome. Have a good rest. How's it going, Dina? How's it going, Rooker? How's it going, everyone? If you do not know me, I stream completely for charity, so all bits, subs, and donations go completely to charity, and we donate all of the money on the 15th of every month. So keep that in mind, please. If you want to donate, please do. If you don't, or if you can't, don't worry about it. So we have made most of the Avatar: The Last Airbender characters, and we are finishing off with arguably one of the more dull ones, but it's still going to be... It's not perfect. I'll put it that way. It's not perfect because they don't have the arrow tattoos. Now, I could figure it out if I had more time, but the stream is kind of wrapping up here because I am exhausted. But I'm going to be doing my best when I can. Alrighty. So he wears like brown, like yellows and oranges, right? Like, hold on. Yeah, okay, so his top is orange. He wears a poncho over his top. That I can do. He wears a poncho over his yellow top. So, let's see. Seriously, there's... Wait. It's gotta be here, right? No ponchos? Really? Oh, come on. You're gonna do me dirty on a... Is that what I'm going to have to work with? Is that seriously what I'm going to have to work with? Looks... Unless we want to give him a cape. Aang does not wear a cape. But thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you're doing well, Cove. Thank you so much for everything you do, and thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. You deserve such. Listen, the poncho may not be perfect, but it's going to work. Alright. So then we take like a cream color for the robe. I appreciate you two. Also love this idea, super cute. Hey, if you have characters you want to see me make not only playable in D&D, like Katara, Zuko, Suki, Toph, Sokka, Aang, Sebastian Michaelis, Ciel Phantom Hive, Johnny Silverhand, Huey Freeman, Tiffany the Doll, and Yumiko Jabami, join my Discord. Join my Discord and just put characters in the D&D character suggestions. Because I'm going to do more of these streams and I want you guys to challenge me. And if you need it, there are my socials, including my Discord. So please, jump on in. Alright, so... Oh, God, he's got wide blue eyes. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. Yellow pants, and then he's got tight brown boots. Alrighty. Has anyone hit you with King of the Hill? I still have not actually seen that show. But I could 100% make Hank an artificer. Because he's propane and he loves his propane accessories. Let's see, what are we going? I already have ideas for like Hank Hill, but I would love a challenge, and I would love to make Hank Hill for you guys. If you guys want to know my Hank Hill build, just put it in the suggestions, and next time I will do it. Go make your dinner. Have a wonderful night, Cove. Thank you for trusting me with all of your good beans. Thank you, and all of you, thank you so much for stopping by. I am glad you are all in here and that you guys are having fun with this idea. If any of you have any other suggestions for D&D challenges I could do, just let me know. Because I love making weird D&D shit. That is the truth. My D&D builds are like no one else's. Mostly because people don't think they work, but they do. I remember how I remember how worried my last D&D group was when I told them I was playing a barbarian with a dump stat of Constitution. That was fun. It worked. They made it to 20 and, well, okay, they died, but, like, they were almost done with their quest, so, you know. Anyway, what do we... Hold on. I need to do this properly. And then we take this. What do we think of our Aang? I love it. Thank you all so much for coming in. I'm sorry that you guys tuned in right at the end. But please follow, please subscribe, please like, please share. We have so much going on, and in the new year it's going to be even better. Bigger streams, more stuff to do, more unique, you know, challenges for me. I promise you, as time goes on, this stream is going to continue getting better and better. So you're going to want to come and check it out more and more often. Anyway, I'm going to go see who we're going to raid into. Who actually do we have? You're amazing already. I appreciate you so much, Cove. You have no idea. I wish I had half the talent you do. I appreciate you, Cove. Let's go into Zungi, because Zungi is a good bean and she do good arts. I appreciate them. And I appreciate all of you. So, one last time. I am Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch. I stream completely for charity, and I donate everything on the 15th of every month. Now, who do I donate to? I donate to Stream for a Cause, which is a charity that helps grassroots charity organizations. So, small charities that don't get the attention the big ones do. We love supporting your grassroots to solve all the problems that exist in this world. And I have been making more YouTube videos and more content in general as of late, so I'm looking forward to doing that with all of you more and more. Anyway, have a wonderful night, everyone. Tune on in tomorrow, for we are going to be continuing our journey into Psychonauts and that amazingly weird world. Toodle!